Have you ever stopped to think about what dogs were eating before dog food and how dog food came about? Humans have had dogs by their side for more than 30,000 years, but the dog food industry is only 150 years old. Some scientists hypothesize that wolves and wild dogs domesticated us, and not the other way around, as a way of having a stable food source. Marcus Varro, a scholar of ancient Rome, wrote a book on farming which advised feeding your dogs meat, bones, and barley soaked with milk as the first instance of recorded diets for dogs. There was very minimal consideration for dogs' dietary needs, and they would basically survive off of whatever their owners had excess of. This diet consisted mostly of cabbage, bones, potatoes, and onions. In London, England, James Spratt manufactured the first patented meat biscuits for dogs, from leftover sailor biscuits in the shipyard. This inspired him to create a dog food recipe made with wheat meals, vegetables, beetroot, and beef blood. This was the first time the dog was lifted out of the class of scavenger. Despite a heavy opposition from many people in the farming community, consumers loved the convenience of a ready-made dog food made in the form of biscuits, and sales took off. Bakeries took an interest in the new industry. Milk-Bone became a huge success, and Purina, a well-known livestock feed producer, branched into people food and later released a pellet-style, grain-based feed for dogs called Dog Chow. Also, during this time, a canned food called Kennel Ration was introduced. Its ingredients included grits, horse meat, mule meat, cracked barley, cracked Milo, and other meat byproducts. The first 100 years of dog food had zero science to back it, but the convenience of a canned pet feed became so popular it was nearly recession-proof. In 1948, Hill Rendering Works made the first veterinary diet food called Hill's KD Diets. This was the first of many so-called veterinary diets produced without much long-term research. The first kibble was created using an extrusion process by Purina, the makers of Chex cereal. This process actually changes the molecular structure of the animal protein and destroys the nutritional value of the food. But it sure was convenient. Dry dog food overtook the canned industry. The idea of a mass-produced, machine-processed pet food that was inexpensive, shelf-stable, and easy to serve was an easy sell with high profit margins. By 1964, the American public was convinced by the Pet Food Institute that kibble was the only option for dog food. Nutrient profiles for dogs and cats were created, and more information became available for the nutritional needs at different ages. It was discovered that extrusion and the type of processing kibble goes through resulted in extreme loss of nutrients. Steve Brown, a known diet formulator of meat-based diets, conducted several nutrient experiments and proved that dogs were not getting the nutrients they needed from a processed food. He formulated the first nutritionally balanced, according to the AAFCO standards, unprocessed pet food based on balancing fats, protein, carbs, using fresh, whole foods. In the past 20 years, researchers have uncovered tons of information in regards to canines and their nutritional needs, but the industry is still dominated by processed food. In 2006, an updated version of nutrient requirements for dogs and cats was published, and modern-day dog owners immediately began questioning the ingredients in the food they were feeding their dogs. A good rule of thumb is, if you can't pronounce it or you don't know what it is, you don't want your dog eating it. In the last 15 years, new companies have started emerging, making raw or fresh cooked food in different forms as a new option for dogs. Freeze-dried, air-dried, and dehydrated food have also become a large part of the fresh food industry. As humans learn more about our nutrition and take better care of our bodies, we are doing the same for dogs. We still have a lot to learn, but what we do know is that heavily processed food is not good for us or our dogs. Every dog is different, but their basic nutritional needs are the same. By feeding fresh foods, we can avoid many food-related disorders including diabetes, arthritis, dental disease, inflammation, and cancer. Our goal is to make food accessible, affordable, and convenient, and to encourage you to join the movement to feed your entire family fresh, real food. We hope you'll continue to join us in this journey. Read more about canine health at canine.care. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more canine educational videos. Thank you, and enjoy your dog's cancer-free, healthy hair. Have a wonderful, healthy hair. Okay, I love you. Bye.